and welcome back to the laboratory here in Raptura, Pennsylvania. Switch versus at the lab, kicking things off. So we have the team set, and Scooter, despite his first time being captain, picked himself a pretty strong team.
Yeah, I think so. I think that there's a lot of potential here. I'm really excited to see these teams like battle it out. One of the things that as they were picking, I was super excited to see too is we have two kind of heavyweight commentators in the building today. We have Eirik of EGTV and we have PK Sparks, both of whom are fantastic casters, but they're really good players too, and they're on opposite teams.
Interestingly enough, so we have to see. We'll have to see what clout does for you on the battlefield. See if that helps you control the tower a little bit. It is time to ride the tower at Wahoo World as we take a look at the teams and their comps. MKV13, Scooter, Eirik. I didn't see the last name. It was Damu. That's right, Damu. A very familiar face with us. Very good backliner, very consistent backliner, packing that heavy splat lane at Wahoo World. And so he'll be looking for those vantage points just to get in all over the map. Raptura deciding to be a little bit more mobile. That Brella, man, he's gotten darn good with it over the past couple of weeks, the past couple iterations of Switch versus. Not enough to stand up to a brush to the face, but there's only so much you can do with that.
It's really difficult when you're facing someone down with that undercover Brella. It just can't hold up to the pressure that can be applied on it. But Moosh, the username Moosh is PK Sparks, and PK has been playing phenomenally today too. He was practicing a little bit earlier, getting kind of into the groove, but right now you can really see that green team has pushed this tower, getting to this first checkpoint. I'm not quite sure they're going to be able to hold it. We'll see if Raptura yes, they do clear that checkpoint, so that's crucial to them for this map and mode.
Raptura is the most Philly Splatoon player you could possibly think of. He is so not afraid to get in your face over anything. Captain Crunch, speaking of which,
job.
Pistol whip him with the splatter shot and a 3-1 advantage on the field. They're going to put even more points on the board, already with 51 points up. And now they're taking it down past 60.
That was the real play right there. Captain Crunch and Raptura being on that tower is going to make it very, very difficult because it'll push through those checkpoints as fast as possible. So, I mean, I think Raptura has picked a team that's really, really going to lead them to victory today, and we'll see how they do for the rest of the sets.
Yeah, I think that if that is any indication, it seems like Raptura is nigh upon summoning the rapture upon Team Scooter as they get the knockout, and you could see Damu at that last stand with 4 splats for his team. Just no match for PK and Umbre. A combined 18 splats among them, getting into the faces of their opposition. And obviously Captain Crunch with a few key plays of his own, but you can see that at the very end where Damu was trying to be a little bit more patient, trying to be a little bit more reserved with his ink, because let's be real, that heavy, it produces a lot of ink, a lot of kill power, but it uses up quite a bit as well. So trying to be patient, but time running out, could not deploy the special in time, and I feel like that might have been the difference maker, because after that it was just a sea of green for that tower to coast through all the way to the goal.
Yeah, I think that that's definitely something to consider. I think what's listed here is Alpha Team needs to really pay attention to their teamwork and coming together. You know, having, like you mentioned earlier before we even pick teams, having this type of format where you're drafting, you're working with different players that you never have before, you have to be ready to just improvise. But you still need to maintain a lot of those cores, like paying attention to, what's the moment that my whole team is wiped, and am I rushing in without paying attention to who's around me? So it's something that the teammates still need to consider with themselves. They need to pay attention to what's going on. And, I think that they can. I think they can come back. It seems like they're taking some time to talk about things, too.
As they probably should, because it seemed like they were never really on the same page. It was more just, and I'm not even convinced that it was Team Sparks, really Team Raptura, working together as a unit fully as well. It really just seemed like their composition overwhelmed the other teams. That was just kind of, and it's no matter what, one team will always beat 4 individuals, but you can't really say that they stood much of a chance with the way that they were coordinated either. The Team Scooter will have to see if they can improve upon that. Time to make it rain a little bit on Skipper Pavilion.
Nice. I love Rainmaker Skipper Pavilion. This map in general, I really, really enjoy watching games on. But when you play with Rainmaker, there's such like a polarizing effect here, you know? Because there's really only one surefoot way that you want to take this, and you're met with a lot of opposition. You have ramps that you need to go up that are uninkable. You can't really like kind of sneak as much as you could on some other maps. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do for it.
PK getting caught in that point sensor, and the splash wall not helping his case either. Iric going to get right in the face, looking to redeem himself after a somewhat nondescript showing in that last game. And already with 46 points on the board for Team Yellow. Raptura and his team on the back foot in this one, but they have a chance to get some gain some ground.
They certainly do. You know, Raptura picked up this Rainmaker and is going to push pretty far off to this center section, but doesn't get any points for the team there.
That's okay. You know what? Sometimes you just got to reset the neutral. Any Smasher knows that, and we do a little bit of Smash here. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. As, if the setup of the place itself was an indicator enough, but alas, 14 points on the board is better than nothing. And Umbre will be the one carrying it forward. PK and Raptura looking to set the pick so that Raptura can roll. Scooter maybe not keeping his eye on the prize nearly enough, and perhaps a little bit too much. A little bit of tunnel vision will take care of him. But Iric, you know what? He takes care of him right back.
Really, you know, right now, this is the opportunity that they have. They did get the lead here on Raptura's team, but there are a lot of team members over here from Scooter's team that are ready to oppose this. What Scooter's team needs to do is avoid those types of things. They need to win their 1v1s. They need to be ready to kind of push through and make sure that they can't break down in the face of the rest of the team coming together.
So they have taken the lead, and Umbre will once again be the one carrying the ball up the field, but his blockers have given out in front of him, and he'll be taken down at about the 24-yard line, as it were, if we're continuing on with the football analogy. But it's going to be Scooter trying to provide some support with the Tenna missiles and keeping his distance as well with the dually squelchers, that uninkable ramp. Yeah, you can't really travel all that fast, and that makes you pretty much target practice for someone like Raptura, who is so practiced with those dualies that oh, excuse me, not the dualies. With the end zap. Yeah, the end zap. Yeah. Now I saw the. I was getting him confused with our intrepid hero trying to carry things up the ramp, but the tri-slosher. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same, and a presence in the meta with tri-slosher. Man, I'm gonna have nightmares about the first couple of months of that game, just having to deal with tri. But
the tri-slosher was definitely a weapon that everybody was kind of like, whoa, what can this do and how can we use this to our advantage? And that's what they were doing. You know, they were making sure that things came out to what they wanted with that weapon. I
would posit they figured that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And Captain Crunch is going to try to figure out a way to get things, to get the score past 76 for his team. Right now, 76-53 on the board as Captain Crunch trying to reset things. Blockers, Umbre doing him no favors, getting inked from above, and MKV, shout-outs to Kazuchika Okada, making it rain. That's a wrestling reference. Just trust me on this one.
I think that was a really good play. You know, they're able to stop that Rainmaker moving forward. There are two specials up right now on Scooter's side. They are carrying the Rainmaker, and pushing that up the ramp was the opportunity that was going to be a little scary for them. Right now, though, Scooter's up. Iric is helping as support. Oh, if they can make it past
2-1 on the field. Scooter!
Oh,
he's there to take the lead, and he does. Scooter, well done. The splash wall does not come out in time. I cut you off there, unfortunately, but that was Iric getting cut off right at the very death. Raptura going to have to make his way, with that Rainmaker up the field, as it were.
I think that was the thing we were talking about before this game. Watching the teams come together and being able to work together is super important. And right there you saw Scooter and Iric were on the same page. Iric was pushing forward. Scooter was right there carrying the Rainmaker. They were making sure they were in a good position. And, you know, they did it. They got the lead there. With less than 30 seconds left, though, Team Raptura is going to have a lot of work to do to be able to push this Rainmaker all the way back.
MKV13 and his teammate had the play in mind. Moosh going to try to set the pick once again. We'll get a double for it. And when I say Moosh, I do mean PK, I assure you. What can I say? guess I'm experiencing a little bit of tunnel vision as well, and Captain Crunch will eventually lose the Rainmaker. The back line, it seems like, will hold, and indeed the barrier does not break in time. What a move by Raptura and company. Stand going up towards the goal. They will take it by a score of 84-76. Raptura's team not coming out on top, and just the numbers, goodness gracious, combined between MKV and MKV and Demu, 26 splats between them. They definitely put in the work. Even though we didn't really pay all that much attention to them, aside from MKV 13 coming in from above with that with those doubles to prevent their opposition from perhaps taking it home.
Yeah, I mean, I think they played really, really well, and you know, it shows that they're coming together. What's really nice about the format, because it's a draft format, is that we also have 2 extra players who just had walked into the door during that set. Barry, who you can see walking through there, and Milana, and they're each going to be a sub for the other teams. So we're playing a best of 7 first, and we have each team 1-1, which is awesome to see. You always want to see, you know, get as far as you can within these best of sets. And we're going to get a great opportunity to see everybody kind of flex today and show what they can do.
Those are 2 substitutes that I would love to have on any game, to be completely honest with you. I mean, those are the subs. Goodness gracious. Yeah. What kind of concentration of talent do we have here? But let's go back through that. Let's go back through that other game and just talk about the dynamics of Skipper Pavilion. Definitely I wouldn't even say a different kind of map, because every single map, at least on Rainmaker, has those areas where they're almost crucial that you have to take them up towards.
Yeah.
Right away, Camp Triggerfish kind of comes to mind with the nets, but every single map has those places where you kind of have to go slow, but that's where you really need to rely on your teammates. Saw that a lot from both teams, but ultimately one coming out on top. I'm not really sure how that's going to translate over to Clam Blitz on Arowana Mall, just given the narrow passageways.
Yeah.
This is going to get real congested real quick.
I think this is one of those maps you're talking about, how every map has that point that you need to take objective. Right here, Arowana point is obviously the basket, and it is not easy to get to. You have your 2 kind of mainstays of which directions you want to go, right? So you have your mid, you can come down, you can go up that ramp that we saw off to the right side, or you can take it across the top, kind of in the direction Demu was facing, off to the left right there, but you have to be very careful because that close is easily defended. So the moment you know that someone is there and someone is waiting and watching and holding on to that, you're going to have to pull back and just regroup, which is exactly what the green is doing at this moment.
This could turn into a grind fest very quickly. All of these points are going to be earned the hard way. No shortcuts around that. Demu making sure that there's no shortcuts for Team Blue, as Demu looking to hold off Captain Crunch, does so successfully. PK waiting in the depths, trying to get that super jump, and indeed does. The first points have been scored. PK saying you, and just chucking it right into the basket. Vince Carter-esque dunk from the young man.
That was a really, really good one. You know, we saw PK waiting. At first, I thought that maybe the jump would be undefended, but the rest of the team was able to come in pretty quickly.
Look at this 4-1 on the field.
Oh, no. Scooter made a jump in. That
was
my gosh,
camped.
I think this is going to be really, really close to. There's a couple of clams up on that right side that they don't quite realize is there. Could have helped them get further lead, but 44, that's amazing.
Umbre going to basket camp, and why not? It seems that he has a lot of clams collected on the field. They're one super jump away from being close to ending this thing. Umbre, however, getting a little too trepidous. MKV13, get yourself a double, young man. And he gets that pity clam. And there's no real point in taking it right now, but I guess you kind of have to. But MKV13 almost got himself a team wipe.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like that would be maybe not what I would have waited for. Maybe I would have waited for another opportunity to pick up that pity clam, but it did get it out of the base. So for this kind of inevitable that we had been waiting for, the basket is broken. Umbre is the only one alive down there. I don't think Umbre is going to be able to climb this wall to get those clams that he's carrying into the basket. Doesn't look like it. So we have another pity clam up on the side of green team, which is going to help them out when they're in a position to make a push. But first, they need to get the picks in order to get anywhere close to that basket.
invalidating the splat bombs with the invincibility from the Booyah bomb. I do like that thinking from MKV13. And I don't blame him for going for it because, I mean, maybe this isn't the most strategic mindset to have. But when you're swagging, you're swagging. You just are. You are feeling yourself, and you are going for those kills. And MKV13 has never been one to play like he's afraid. He's always willing to go in for the kills, willing to put his Inkling body on the line for his team. Put the team on his back, though.
Ooh,
MK Jennings, though. That's it. Video out there? No one? Just me? Greg Jennings?
I'm the worst with memes, and I'm terrible with pop culture references, so I apologize for that. But it looks like they're able to get another basket break on the side of the purple team. This is the opportunity. There we go. I was like, they need to pick up that pity clam if they want to save it. Damu does pick it up, but unfortunately gets taken out pretty quickly. Scooter doing a little bit of cleanup, but with Moosh or PK Sparks up in that top corner, it's going to be very easy for the rest of the team to come in, I think.
And they're just piling them in. That's going to be it. And they had no way to get to them. And you're absolutely right. With the placement of the baskets, it is very hard to get in there. That's why the team effort is so essential. But it's even harder sometimes to defend it, even though you do have that vantage point. Simply could not reach PK Sparks, the positioning of a seasoned veteran there. And he might have been the MVP on that one, considering just how much scoring he did. But, man, it takes 4 gears to make that particular machine turn, and every single one was working overtime.
Yeah, I think that it definitely showed that they were kind of coming together and trying to find their ways to support one another a little bit easier. So I'm really excited to see that. And I think we'll see that again in zones on Manta Maria. You know, this is one, what have we been looking at so far? So far we've been seeing how these teams come together and how they're able to play with one another in terms of covering the map, being aware of where people are, and we see that teamwork growing. Because even in that Clams game, even though they didn't win, they were able to come together and kind of work on that together. I'm saying together quite a lot, but I think you get what I'm saying here, Stu.
I mean, the thing is that the team effort cannot be emphasized enough. So I think no one can really blame you for
all the togetherness.
All the togetherness. I mean, that's what you have to do. It's a team effort come hella high water, ink in this case. But as you're gonna be seeing plenty of water on Manta Maria splat zones. But yeah, this is a dual zone map. Again, a lot of meetings of the minds in the middle. But again, you do have ways to get into that. What is considered to be in terms of abstraction, the opposing zone.
Right.
You do have those vantage points. I could see Damu picking up the slack for Team Scooter. They're going to rely on him a lot in terms of just at least stalling things out on the other end, and I could definitely see him and his Splatling paying dividends in this one.
Yeah, I could too. So we're going to see what happens with this next one going in. So we are getting ready. We're at a 2-1 situation. As we said, we're best of 7, so first to 5 games. Or first to 5. Okay. So I'm like, I can't math sometimes. But I'm like, won't that also be 4-3?
It says best of 7.
Yeah, best of 7 would be if 4-3 also. So either way, we're in this. My lack of math is showing, Stu. Please forgive me.
It's all good. Sometimes I know talk good. But we have Team Raptura going hard to starboard for the first portion of the match. Excuse me, I'm trying to keep track of everything going on. But just a sea of green. He saw the wave, and you can't fight the whole ocean as it's sunshine. He eventually succumbs to it, and it does a lot of Team Purple. However, Umbre taking a stand of his own, relatively even, starting things off, and Umbre will help his team take control. I mean, I don't know where he goes from here, but well, what he does is he splats Scooter. Goodness gracious.
Really nice shot on Scooter.
Far be it from me to doubt people usually, but I mean, he's full of surprises. What can I say?
The splashdown that Eirik just had there was really, really smart. You know, using this blaster to kind of create some pressure and open up a couple pathways, but it's not going to paint as much as maybe he wanted. I think that Nautilus was helping out there, got a little bit of an assist, but neither team is totally focusing on objective, and that's what always gets to me a little bit when it comes to some of these games. Yes, you have to clear out the other players, you have to be ready, but the green team could have taken those zones a little faster if they had been paying attention just a tiny bit to where the ink could go.
Oh, beautifully done to close off the area for those dualies to run. Raptura with that blob lobber. He's going to utilize that AoE as much as he possibly can, and he's usually pretty good with these sloshers and these sort of weapons. We've seen him clean up at past laboratories with just the sloshing machine before the Kensa came out, oddly enough. But he's going to utilize those blobs as much as he possibly can, try to get ahead of the game, even though you tend to want to stay back, generally speaking, if you're going to be blob lobber. Gets in the face of Scooter, however, says, "How you doing?" and takes his money.
That can be a tough matchup for blob lobbers sometimes. If you have a dually player who is really going to kind of move out, you have to Raptura did surround them by those blobs, make sure that they can't get away. And, you know, I think that so far they're doing a really good job. Raptura's team is just cleaning up quite literally. They're able to take out quite a few members of this green team. Umbre is in a really nice spot to get a couple picks as well as soon as they come back from spawn with...
Wow! Umbre, goodness gracious, Team Pink making the center of the map their home and changing the locks. And Umbre making sure, oh, that is how you play home security, folks. You get ahead of the game, and Demu not able to do as much as we thought with that ballpoint, it seemed. Umbre, however, holy smokes, that nozzle nose, fear the Reaper. Says Umbre, sharpening his scythe and 11 souls into the depths.
Looks like it. So we're going back to tower control now. We have 2-2. Do we? Was
Wait,
that? No.
Umbre is
on Team Raptura. So I believe the score is 3-1. Yeah. There we go.
It's all good.
No,
it's all good.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, we're getting there, you know. So
this is why I was suggesting like team names. Yeah, I'm talking to production on the mic. Hi, I'm a professional. But nonetheless, let's go back through that. Let's go back through that game because we saw a lot of a little bit of back and forth until there was one real decided point where they were given an inch by Team Scooter, and Raptura and his teammates took a mile. Umbra, I mean, putting on the gloves and doing dirty deeds done dirt cheap, but that's any chance I get to make an AC/DC reference. But you saw, I mean, it wasn't just him. It was Raptura being willing to put on the gloves and go down and get grimy himself. It was obviously Sparks doing his work in the middle of the field, and Captain Crunch really just trying to hold things down. Whatever did get through that sieve, he was there to filter it out and make sure that there was enough ink on the ground to maintain the count. Again, all the cogs working together. As we go to tower control on Mako Mart, should be interesting to see how Team Scooter responds.
yeah, I think kind of the plan that I would like to see, you know, we saw Iric with a blaster last game. I'd like to see a blaster again on their side. No, it's over to the Gal. Okay, interesting pick. Umbre on this blaster, though, I'm terrified. Whenever Umbre is holding a blaster, you better run as far as you possibly can, because this is the weapon that, personally, I love watching him play.
Yeah, but then again, we have Raptura back home on the sloshing machine. Oh, man, when you let Raptura get comfortable with that thing, it is an absolute nightmare to have to deal with Demu. Already forced to retreat, can't get a good vantage point, and he'll be forced to reset. As Team Green does take the tower, but not before, Team Raptura puts 22 on the board.
They do, except Raptura is in a tough spot. Even having that splashdown, not going to be able to save him from MKV getting that throw and the pick. MKV launching his own Booyah. I think, you know, good placement there. Maybe I would have held it. I definitely would stay on this tower right now because that's where you're going to try to get this lead. And can they do it? There's still someone right there. Scooter jumps in. They are able to get the lead. And this checkpoint, yes, they do get through the checkpoint. So that's going to be super beneficial for them going forward.
And credit to Scooter for hanging on to the tower. There was no one there to address Raptura, and he got through the checkpoint anyway. Zero Cielo from the young man. Umbre, goodness gracious.
And again,
deadly as ever. Get yourself a double. Umbre gonna be looking for another one, and MKV will get splatted by PK Sparks, I think it was. Umbre saying, get back here so I can kill you. And they will eventually take the lead, getting through the checkpoint themselves and putting on 40 points in terms of ticks. Crunch will provide a little bit of support, trying to get ahead of the oncoming wave of green that's going to look to take over this tower, but they're not going to be successful. The second checkpoint already, Melissa.
This is really rough, Stu. I think that what I would want to see, we've had a couple of team wipes coming out from the green team. Amazing right there, but they're just not going to have enough time to kind of reset and regroup, and that was a really nice knockout coming out from Team Raptura.
If you didn't know already from Bros Calamity, orange is the wave, and it is something that overtakes Team Scooter, and Raptura and company will go to 4-1, beautifully executed by all parties involved, including PK Sparks and Umbre, who, again, a combined 17 splats among them.
Wow.
And that beautiful play, the one that I wanted to comment on, actually, was Demu, who finally got that look that he wanted, but ran right into the Booyah Bomb. I want to say it was from PK. And that might have been the key play that let him take over, because otherwise you could see you'd probably see a lot of that team, a lot of Team Orange being cut out, being nullified from being able to reach the tower, and maybe a last stand from Team Scooter would have been possible. But and in this first to 5 set, it's best of 5.
Okay, I went through that math too. I was like, wait.
So is it not first to 5? Because
if it's either first to 5 or best of 7, I'm like, how many is 7? 4 plus 3, right? Yeah.
Folks, we got to play by the rules, and we'll make sure that we tell you what they are when we learn. But
yeah.
But yeah, that is in fact Team Raptura taking the game 4-1 over Scooter, and really just impressive play from all the individuals. Now, of course, we can talk about the team score. Let's talk about some of the individual performances. Obviously, Umbre stands out with his with just the numbers in terms of how many, just the harvester of souls up in this piece. But then, obviously, you talk about some of the unsung heroes, how Raptura provided support with those weapons, but also getting in up close with just utilizing that tech skill that he's become so known for with his static team. And, of course, PK Sparks, you know what? He put on the hard hat and went to work today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think right now we're going to get those subs in here. I see Barry sitting down, probably getting ready. I'm not sure if Milana is going to have an opportunity to sub in on her side, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited to see for what the next set is going to bring. What we're going to have from both of these teams coming together and how things are going to shape up here. I'm excited. So we're seeing set 2. So I'm not sure if our producer here can tell us, are we doing how many sets?
So it's going to be a best 2 out of 3 for these sets.
Okay.
So if Raptura's team wins again, then the best of 7.
Uh-huh.
And if they do,
All right. So it's sort of like the thing GSM does with set play. We're doing best of sets, but we have some really great mode combinations. I love the map list that it's like the modes are set, but the maps are random, so we can see a lot of different things come in here to play. So I'm really, really excited. And as they go through a map, they are ticking it off the list, so that's nice too. We don't have to see a map mode repeated, because I've seen that in some randoms. It's surprising how many times you see the same map.
Yeah, random isn't always so random, folks. That is absolutely a thing to watch out for, and we try to cover our bases here at the laboratory. So, am proud of that. But at the same time, Team Scooter, if we could just getting back to the game itself, Team Scooter definitely had pieces to make this thing work. But I kind of wonder, just it seemed like Scooter got Scooter himself got a little overwhelmed when he was trying to address things up close, maybe being a little hesitant with that octo brush, which he employed for a lot of those games.
Yeah.
And I kind of wonder exactly what he could have done in terms of working with his team in order to be supported just a little bit more, because it seems like he is trying to be a leader and put the team on his back. But sometimes you need that team to go ahead of you.
Yeah, sometimes you do. I think the Octobrush, the brush as a weapon class in general, has really strong points to it. And I'm excited to see people play it because you can tell they're comfortable, and that always makes the best type of play. But when you're in a situation where you don't have a lot of support behind you, maybe you have the range behind you, but it's not as strong, not quite sure like where you can't carry with a brush is what I'm trying to say. You really do need the rest of the support from the team.
So as we get, what's that? Yeah. So folks, we're going to take a quick break. We have a treat for you coming up in the second set. I know that I'm glad that I've been cool for y'all, but next set, we're bringing you that hotness. PK Sparks going to be rocking the mic right here on twitch.tv/bros_calamity.
Oh, brothers Calamity!
Nice.
Don't you dare be sour. Clap for the Switch versus October 26, 2019, and feel the power.
I love it.
It's a new set. Yes, it is.
It's going to be so much fun. I am so excited for this one. I am so excited.
I have a lot of energy. I don't know why. Like, not only.
Yeah,
So-
it's because you're the hype man.
I really am the hype man for no reason. Now, you
For
think I'm gonna-
every reason, it's because of who you are. Your personality, you bring it forward, you're always excited.
You would think me being almost 29 in 5 days that I wouldn't have all this energy.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. But I'm just here. People like just from my personality alone, I've been told that my energy is a lot higher than someone. I come across like I'm 22 or 23, which I'm like, bet.
Yeah, same.
So I'm about to hit 30, so let's get it.
I'm over 30, and yet I come off at that. I'm
Really?
good with that. Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that later, but I would not have given you that. But here we go. But look at we had somebody who was wanting Piranha Pit, and now they're getting it on Tower Control, a map and mode combination that it's a bit jarring depending on who you are. Some people love this stage, some people hate it. But I think Green Team is winning it right now.
Here's my worry about this stage. Orange team has Barry, and honestly, you have tower control, you have a charger who's especially Barry, who is a great charger. You're like, oh man. So I am really worried for our green team, Team Scooter right now. I think they do have an opportunity though. What they need to do, they need to focus on taking Barry out. Make sure that he can't kind of get into a position where he wants, can't ride the tower, and everything they can do.
One thing that I know is very different this time around is that previously I was actually playing on Orange Team on Team Raptura, but now we have Barry swapping in on Piranha Pit, so having a long-range weapon, we did not have that before. Could change the entire game. We see that they do get the lead by 34 points, if I remember it correct. But it's just the whole difference of what can you do now that Team Raptura has a long-range weapon on too.
Ooh, beautiful shot right there.
Nicely sexy. And as you can see, we have Team Scooter starting to take that lead, getting past the first checkpoint, 12-point difference. But actually no, Raptura ends up claiming the tower and stops that point, keeping the lead secure for his team.
Yeah, I think that was just tough luck right there. Milana was the only one up. You know, she was on that tower, but she didn't have any support. So 3 against 1. Really great job, though, getting through that checkpoint. That's essential. You clear it, you don't have to worry about it going again. So there's still a lot of hope. Oh, especially with that beautiful bomb placement going down.
Where was your mindset at? I saw it, and he just swam right towards it. There was a whole wipe, and I'm going to point back towards Umbra. That was all your fault. What are you doing? Why did you roll it? You put bad juju in your entire team. No, it's a team game. It's not just one person. But still, I was just using that. First of all, I'm with the Splatter Shot Pro. I know he's proficient with a lot of weapons. I don't think I've ever seen him use his weapon before. And this is a very deadly weapon, especially with main power up. It's one of, if not the #1 weapon in Splatoon 2.
Yeah, it really is quite a long time. It's kind of dominated the meta in terms of shooter, and it's very exciting to see them back with. So I'm happy to see Umbre rocking it, and I think he's doing a really good. You know, Team Raptura right now pushed all the way past the second checkpoint, going on to the third, and there's just thing that Team Scooter needs to get through in order to take this tower back.
Let's talk about the substitute player jumping in for Team Raptura, Barry. You see that he's utilizing that tower. He's controlling it from every angle. Even had his stingray up and was not able to properly, was focusing on all every different. Everybody was fine, just looking around. I don't think he was using it so much for the X-ray as much as his act, because when you're not shooting, you're on that X-ray vision type of a thing that not many people take advantage of. Wow, Umbra just that huge step over the corner, getting past that third checkpoint. This is going to be steamrolling in Raptura's favor. Oh my God!
Beautiful shot, taking out Barry. That is essentially a team wipe right there too. Will allow Team Scooter to stay in the game right now because we have so much of the Team Raptura needs to get back from. They need to get back into mid, they need to get back coordinated, and especially they're just get a little staggered here. You know, we see Umbre waiting it out, but they have their eyes on Barry, and I think that's the best situation.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know, like, this is what's difficult and what's really good for Team Raptura right now. You see Barry with a long-range weapon that has just been distracting everybody with the shots, never trying to stop him. But Umbra is being so aggressive, so in your face with his play style and staying in anyone's face. But none of that is mattering because right now Raptura is up. This is tied by Squids, but they are starting to push towards the second checkpoint, getting them stopped. Barry ended up holding them and pushing them way far back. Damu is just right now is just vying for map control.
Oh, nice shot. That was really great teamwork right there. You know, weakening your opponent and being able to like use that chip damage to just help them out. I think though, what Team Scooter needs to do is focus on objective. They are just continuing to go down, and it's not helping that they're kind of taking these 1v1s. If they focus on trying to push that tower as far as they can, even if you die on the tower, it's still going to help you move it a little bit further than if you die on the ground.
Absolutely. Like you said earlier, playing objective is the key here. We have situations where now with a few seconds left and such a huge lead for Team Raptura, they don't need to play objective. They need to play close control to make sure you cannot move. Likewise, the entire does change. We have Captain Crunch going over there, watching those taking this thing. Now energy make it 5 seconds left. Rapid Blast to get a toll on, but the Splatter Shot Pro saving him not enough to save the game for Team Scooter.
Really, really good job stopping that one big tower push that came out though. So I think that they did a great job there. I think the next mode that they go into is going to be super helpful for anything that they do there too. So I'm to see what happens. And look at the Ks too coming out. I mean, Umbre really shut it down. 19.
But the Kinston Splatter Shot Pro, I didn't get a chance to see his loadout, but I can only imagine that he has a hefty amount of main power up with his weapon. I mean, that main power up makes Kinston Splatter Shot Pro even more ridiculous than it already is on its own as a pure weapon set. So hands of Umbra with the ability of main power up behind it, it just, why would you not? Why would you not be afraid? I want y'all to know, Umbra was a #1 draft pick. No joke, no lie, #1. It was within reason. Like, you won the rock, paper, scissors, you pretty much won the event. But that's not to say that the entire team is not together. The entire team is hustling. You see that everybody, I mean, while Umbra has normally been leading in KA, we've seen everybody else, you know, holding their own, not being too far back with like what, 4 or 5 KA behind.
Yeah,
so like
not
19,
many.
13.
Yeah.
So it's a well-oiled machine of strong team gameplay.
Yeah, and I think we're going to continue to see that, you know, having them come together. I think at this point, now that Milana has played with Team Scooter a little bit, you know, they're going to be able to kind of come together as well. And I'm looking towards a little bit of a is a very different mode, obviously, and you're going to have the different strengths that go with that as well.
Right, not to mention, we are also on Anchovy Games. This is going to be a fun map. I'm glad to see that we are on this map. We are trying to make sure we don't play the same map and mode combination in the same set. However, seeing as how this is set 2, we're pretty much just resetting it from the very beginning. So right now, we see that there was not any team changes regarding the players. Obviously, I'm on the mic, so Raptura's, you know, down a sub. But it's okay. I mean, there's no real swaps in. I think this is for the best. Both teams were playing well. There was a lot of objective playing, but what we need to see different here from Team Scooter is that there needs to be a lot more synergy, and not only synergy, but also a stronger performance individually. Because I think individual weaknesses are what's holding the team back as a whole.
Yeah, I completely agree. They need to kind of focus on their combined strengths and make it happen. And I think that they do have an opportunity to do this. I really like the loadout that we're getting too from our yellow team, from Scooter's team. I think they have the pressure with that backline. Having the pro is good. Having the NZAP for the armor and the dualies is going to allow you to kind of move through the map very, very quickly. Again, they need to watch out for Barry. The moment he sets up in a position where he feels really comfortable, he is...
Yeah, you can see him holding back. The entire team is actually starting to push forward. So I imagine that Barry's going to be pushing forward with his team. But this is Rainmaker. This is a completely different dynamic. We're watching Milana right now, who is very efficient with very getting in your face and just evading everything else that's necessary. A real, what's the word I'm looking for? Objective focused player when it comes down to everything. Oh,
Beautiful.
wow. Barry
from her.
and Raptura, yes.
Nice. And you know, Milana and Barry are on the same team when they play competitively, so it's always really fun to be able to play against your teammate in this type of situation.
Oh, yeah.
You know their play style. You're ready for it.
Oh, Umbra is snaking.
Oh!
This is going to be ugly. You know what? That wasn't what I was hoping for. I needed more carnage, more splat action. But no, I just got that. Never mind. Never mind. Umbra is delivering right now. Look at that. Going all up in their face. That's what I was expecting. Thank you for being a man of the people.
Absolutely. Those sounds are so nice when you get that direct and you hear that sound coming off the sloshing machine.
Yeah,
like
I can definitely hear that. I can definitely hear it right now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I love it
I can
so
relate.
much. And it looks like Demu is trying to get set up and use the range that they have here to kind of just to some of the turf that they need in order to push the Rainmaker. You know,
That's an interesting place for a sprinkler.
Yeah, maybe not where I would have put it, but if it
I mean, it's actually interesting trying to see how he plays because, I mean, Splatlings normally have one certain play style. I am here to support the team in the back end and, you know, pick anybody else off quickly if, you know, my aim is good enough. So, it's interesting to see, as a matter of fact, the Heavy Splatling just took the Rainmaker and now he is running. They have taken the lead. Alana is trying to catch up. The entire team is just working as a strong unit, but now they're stuck on this platform where missiles are coming in. It's going to be really difficult to see them get over that as Umbra just snipes down Milana quickly. And that is a complete team wipe against Scooter, but with the lead in their control.
And honestly, 67, but from what we've seen in this game so far, that's pretty nice. I think that they are going to have an opportunity to push this pretty far right now. You know, Raptura is pushing into this corner, but is facing some opposition, stuck in so much yellowing, but they went down. Team wipe. Raptura is completely clear to just dunk that onto the pedestal.
That is one of the glorious things and most painful things about Rainmaker is that if you in a bad situation, the objective can go out of your control. I mean, they just lost from having 73, 74 points to losing. Man, I mean, it's cool for us.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fun to watch.
We have a now. That's a moment, but it's great for everybody at home because now they can spam those team wipe emotes in the chat. But
also, I think that they did play a lot better than that first game.
Oh, easily.
And you could see that teamwork come together. They're talking to each other. Their communication's working. So I think this could turn around for sure. You know, they have an opportunity to make this happen.
Yeah, Rainmaker is just, it's a volatile mode type. We all accept this. So it's no big deal. But, you know, talking about volatile map types, we go to something from completely violent to very slow. Humpback pump track with Clam Blitz. Now, it's not just the mode that is slow. I mean, we all know how Clam Blitz plays. It's real team oriented. That's fine.
Yeah.
The real issue here is Humpback pump track and the layout that stage has when it comes to just dunking and clams. I mean, push, but then you got to go all the way around the ramps and up and over just to get clams back. And I imagine we're going to see at least 4 or 5 goal breaks from each team unless someone really good push. Just because that's just the map.
Yeah, if you wipe the other team, then that can be kind of end game very quickly. But we also have 2 players that we've seen use Sloshing Machine really well on these teams.
You're not wrong.
And this map is great for that. So even if someone is down by a basket and breaking, like you said, like that's where you have trouble because it's easily defended with a Sloshing Machine, with a blaster. Anything that's going to give you some chip damage allows you to kind of rain on whatever players are sitting there shooting some clams into the basket.
Right now we see Team Raptura already ready. Not surprising. We at least from the last set, we did see a really strong performance come out from Team Raptura. It was a really good, I mean, it wasn't the fastest play, but it was a strong, controlled play where I think it was on Arrow on the Mall last time. They made the goal, they got the dunk in, and they just won by strong performance.
Yeah.
Through my assist, I'm just saying. it was me. Anyway, so actually, you know what? Thinking about that is very different. I am not a part of this Clam Blitz game.
You're not. I know. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, you were playing Clam Blitz and you were doing a great job last time, so I don't know. I mean, it's a little different going down right now. I think that this is where Team Raptura needs to kind of, hopefully they didn't get cocky is kind of what I'm thinking in my head. That, you know, yeah, you're coming off a win.
Remember my value, please.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, just to expose my own play style, what I was doing was I sat back and I played defense as long as we could, so the team would go back and grab clans for wherever they needed to. So as long as Team Raptura now has somebody that plays that same role, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because we already saw the strong performance from them beforehand.
I think having that toxic miss though is really, really smart because you are able to kind of control some of the movement of the enemy team when they get closer to your basket. But this is the thing here. Umbre has that power clam and is not able to get picked. Does pop an inkjet right after throwing that clam, so they need to clean this up right
That's
now.
a whole wipe.
Team wipe. I don't know. This is what you were talking about. That really deadly push is right there.
But we also see a situation where they're not trying to stall, they're just tossing all their clams. So now, like, there are clams back there. This can be done. They just need to work together and slow it down enough to where clams can be gathered. But we have Raptura dropping in 12. We have Captain Crunch up there at the top. No, Captain Crunch omitted all those 4 clams that were back there and did not play objective. I don't know what he was doing. It wasn't trying to help his team win, and they lose a darn near first goal pop victory. That's unfortunate.
They really could have. You're absolutely right. There were enough clams over in that corner. They had 2 clutches of 4, and they had loose ones that they were still holding. They could have built another power clam and ended that game, but unfortunately not able to do. Oh no! As I'm talking about it, Demu has 9 clams. Unfortunately goes down. Raptura calling his teammates to the basket, has 7. Barry has a power clam as well. Gonna try to get close enough, but I'm not quite sure because it's, with that beautiful shot on Scooter though, this could be it.
Barry actually utilizing the bamboozler this time. Still charging, so right now it is 4-1. The power Barry securing the second goal pop for his team, and they are dumping those clams in 12. That was quick.
That was quick.
That was really quick, and that was very different from last time too. There was no need for. There was nothing but hyper aggression in that match.
They showed. I think you said it the best. Aggression. They didn't let Team Scooter come anywhere near to the opposing basket.
The only issue in that match was the misplay from Captain Crunch. I don't know what he was doing. We saw all the clans behind him. I don't know if he saw them because we don't know if he had turf coverage or not. Normally, for those guys who don't know, whenever you have turf covered and power clams or clams pop up on your ink, you can see where they're at. So if the clams that were popped that we saw was not in his color, then he didn't see them. So that could be a reason why he missed those clams.
Absolutely.
But that said, that was the only mistake.
Yeah.
Otherwise, strong push, good teamwork, getting the KOs when necessary, and they rallied very quickly when they had their opportunities.
Yeah, they did. They did. And I think the teamwork, like you said, it still showed through. And, I mean, they're going to need it. They're going to use it for zones on Black Belly Skate Park, which is the mode we're going to see. So, do you like this one? Really?
Splat zones on Black Belly.
I do, too.
It's so much fun.
So many people like it though.
But it's so cool. It's so condensed. It's active in a very small area. I mean,
the
only thing that's
tiny.
they are really tiny. The only thing that really sucks about it is that it takes a while to get back to the zone. But I mean, don't die, forehead. That's your fault if you die. What are you doing? But no, I really love this map mode. The only thing that I would say actually sucks is when they push forward with somebody capping the tower, because then you basically have a radio signal saying, all right, they're starting to appear from this. Okay, when you're on that tower, you can see everything.
Yep.
You can see, so if they coming from the spawn point, you can see if they go on left, right, center, and just call it out. Your team is already there, start to attack it, and it can get a bit violent if you do lose control and you can't pick it off. Sloshers do very well on this map because there are a lot of ledges, but they're all very short. So slosher, tri-slosher, sloshing. It's a slosher. Those are phenomenal, but I don't think from our players we're going to see any of those weapons here today.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm expecting to see something that's going to be able to cap a zone instantly. So maybe we will see one of those sloshers. A sloshing machine would be really good. Anything that can kind of take that very, very fast. The Gal is a pick that I'm very excited for.
I like all the splashdown we do have. The Blaster has splashdown. I think the Tenatech splatter shot has inkjet, right? That one has inkjet.
It's escaping me right now.
It's either inkjet or splashdown. It is one of them without a doubt. We also have missiles. We have Raptura. He's been utilizing the NZAP 89 so well, so efficiently. And they already have, the Team Raptura already have a control. Not so much Squids up. Oh, whoa!
Oh, nice.
That.
Nice. MKV getting
Beautiful.
that pick on Raptura. See, this is what worries me about Team Scooter. So MKV got that beautiful pick, you know, Team Wipe of Team Raptura, but they took so long to get that zone. That was a whole 2 seconds that they could have done.
MKV is hustling right now. He is trying to get on his Splatoon. Real. I see you. Oh, that's Barry. Oh, that's Barry. Wait.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
you're
know,
making a mistake.
that's what I was
You're making a mistake. Fall back. Barry.
Be careful.
That was phenomenal play by Barry, though. Then he's activating the hamster wheel, hamster ball. But no, MKV is still hustling. Does KO from a back-end shot by Umbra, but otherwise, phenomenal play by him.
Really, really. And getting the lead down to 70. You know, I think that they've been doing a really nice job so far. Team Scooter doing as much as they can. You know. Oh no. Oh, they are able to get it. He decided to stay. I mean, I think that this could be a fight that Scooter will be able to handle here. Just needs to be very careful. Ooh, the flank. Going around for this flank. They don't know that Scooter is there. I think that could be very, very deadly. But Barry, talk about deadly. Getting into position to be on top of this tower out and just kind of, if he can get up there, clean things up.
How the heck did he get out of that? Like, he was a pixel in the ink. How did you jump out? I am mad that you survived. I'm impressed, but I am very mad that he survived right there. Right there. It was all right, but still taking control of the zones right now. 3-4 in terms of Squid, so this is definitely in favor of Scooter to lock this back down. But they need to do this quickly or else they're going to lose control. There we go. 3 points on a quick cap of both zones, even though Umbra is mad. I'm sure he's angry. He thought he had that.
Oh, yeah. I
4
think
squares to 1.
This is where you have to be so careful of everywhere that goes, because when he gets in the zone of his playstyle, like we said at double, it just becomes kind of unstoppable. So you need to be super careful. Barry in a good position. I think this is kind of where he wants to be. As a charger, Barry is probably the most mobile charger I've ever seen play. You know, he's ready to kind of move around and do whatever he needs to do to get into positions, and he's not one to just like hold safe, so to speak.
No, absolutely not. I've noted that we've seen him proficient with several different chargers. Basically, if it's a charger, it is basically gold mine to him, and he is mining those mines with efficiency. Although you gotta look up, man. You gotta crane your neck just a little bit. I know it hurts for a bit, but you gotta look up.
You certainly
do. Bright
do.
skies ahead, you know what I mean?
Team Scooter not so far away from breaking their point again. They've pushed a little bit forward into enemy zone. No, they're on the wrong side, I think. I don't know. Oh, I can't even hear. Sorry. My alarm for my car.
Oh, you know, you
I have to go and fill my meter outside. Really, really nice job here. And I'm sorry for everyone at home who heard the alarm sound going on.
It's all good. I mean, hey, there's a lot of alarms going on in the game as well. 1 to 2 squids up. This is in favor of, I believe, Team Raptura. But the lead is still in their favor. They need to cap the zone if they want to put a little penalty on Scooter.
Actually, Scooter has zone right now with 32. So Team Raptura is the one who needs to kind of take this. And yeah, it's going back and forth. If Scooter themselves on the top of that tower, if they can cap that zone, they're going to feel really good. But no, I think Team Raptura just kind of shut it down.
But this is going to be it's very scary right now. We have under 1 minute. We have a penalty with a 10-point difference, and with 20-point penalty and dropping. This is any way, so keep your eyes out. Milana getting a quick pick right now. We do have Scooter starting to push forward. She is going to be able. The team will activate the armor as well. Really good cap from them, allowing them to hold the lead with 30 seconds to go.
Really, really nice job there. I'm very happy to see that. They still have a special.
Oh no, out of ink.
Oh, beautiful
Unfortunate.
shot. Crunch. Oh, nice job.
Milana had 2 quick KOs there, but ran out of ink each time. And then just goes KO by the outer bound. I didn't even see that.
That's why I jumped. I was like, oh no.
Sometimes, Splatoon really is a terrifying game. It's also terrifying the fact that we have 4 seconds left. Nobody is left on this cap. And we do have Raptura take control. This is now in the overtime. This final push for Raptura. If they lose this, it is over. Raptura taken down. The team of Raptura is actually holding it down. Oh, that's a complete team wipe against Team Scooter with 3 seconds left. This is not going to be it. Unfortunate for Team Scooter, a strong hustle on their last gasp effort. But unfortunately, they run out of air. Those squids cannot swim underwater. Team Raptura standing tall. Standing tall, winning the second set.
You know, I really thought they had it. MKV13 was up on that top ledge with that pro, and I'm like, all right, he's going to be able to do this. He's going to be able to cap that zone. But going down at that moment was really, really rough, and I think that's what sealed the deal right there. So really fun to be able to watch them play, though.
Oh, easily. Like we said earlier, Black Valley Skate Park is one of those maps that is also really unfortunate if you getting smacked, but the team wipe when you're down, when you're leading in overtime and your opponent has a zone, because that's literally what caused all the carnage.
Yeah.
But at that point, okay, normally in a team wipe zone situation, you are having to, reorganize. They had no time to reorganize, so they had to trickle in one by one and basically deal with one squid versus the.
Yeah.
That's not a situation you want to be in.
Yeah.
And that's what they found themselves in, but they had no choice. The only other option was to, just let them win.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, I mean, they played really well, and I think that it shows that, how much fun this can be to kind of come together with people you don't normally play with and be able to have that. So that was really exciting to watch as well.
No, absolutely. And I think one of the fun parts is if anybody were to just see, hey, who are all the competitors here? Oh, draft league, Umbra was drafted first. Yeah, I mean, from that point, you could probably infer. However, what's important here is that it wasn't just Umbra. Umbra, yes, he led in KA the entire time. Kills that was him. But when it came down to team objective, when it came down to organization, when it came to providing room for the team and the plays to be made, that was definitely a team effort. We saw Raptura with his good placement and making sure that the opponent did not feel comfortable to just push forward. We saw Captain Crunch, who was out there and just making sure he was pestering and annoying everybody. He just seemed to be everywhere, except where those clams were. What were you doing, man? But still, he was. I mean, there was a really spark. I'm gonna toot my own horn for a second. I'm a darn good team player. Wherever you need me to be, to the best of my ability. So the entirety of Team Raptura. Oh yeah, I won, by the way. Team Raptura. I mean, really strong play, taking nothing away from Team Scooter though.
True, very true.
Like Team Scooter was really strong. We did get to see Milana come in. They came in as an alternate for the second round. She came in, and honestly, I feel like it wouldn't have even been that close, minus the 4-0, without her. We saw her plays, and she was very on point with her shot.
She got those doubles a couple of times. She was cleaning up. I think she even had a triple that we missed at one point. Definitely really, really nice bomb placement. That's something she's very aware of all the time, and I think she does that really.
Just swam into that one in front of pit. Like, hey, what are you doing, my dude? Like, either that was bad play by Umbra or phenomenal future sight placement by Milana. Whatever the case may be. Actually, there's one thing is bomb placement, because a lot of people try to use bombs based on where you're at, but the best way you should do it is throwing them to where you think.
Yep.
And then you just approach them, because if you catch them off guard, run away. Oh shoot, that's a splat.
Surround them and keep them as close to you as you can, so you can take them out.
That's exactly what it was, and that's what we saw from Milana.
Yeah.
So I mean, just strong play by all of them involved, and it was a lot of fun.
It was. It really was. It was so much fun to be able to watch. So I'm excited to see what's coming up next. Not totally sure where we'll be going from here, but it's an awesome, awesome area to kind of hang out and I'm
trying to see what all the squids are doing back there in Gobi Arena. I think we see the award ceremony hanging out on the center podium. I don't know if this is coming across right on stream.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I was looking at Gobi Arena. You ruined it.
This is Gobi Arena.
No. This is Gobi Arena for today. This is why can't I think of any map names at the moment?
Wallout Warehouse?
No, the sports arena where it's like
HOB games.
Thank you.
Got your back.
See, I'm a little brain dead this morning.
There are 23 maps in this game.
You fit right in with Philly Smash.
Yeah.
There are 23 maps here.
Hey, this is the Disembodied Voices to the announcers. How you doing, PK? Hey, since you asked before, what's coming up next at 4:30 is Smash Brothers Ultimate 1v1 tournament.
I like Smash.
Yeah, I also like Smash, and folks, if you like Smash too, you can check us out right here on Bros Calamity. Hey, Stu, hit him with the ad slides. Thank you, Stu. You can check us out at the laboratory here at 3 South York Road, Hatboro, Pennsylvania. That schedule is always subject to change, but you already know, fourth Saturday of every single month, right here at Switch Versus. You can check us out at the Gaming Lab on Facebook, Bros_Calamity on Twitter. Bros Calamity is where you can check out VoDs from this Switch Versus from the past, and of course, the Gaming Lab _ on Instagram. Switch Versus in the future, as well as Codename Bears, that are weekly here at the laboratory in Hatboro. You're already here. Twitch.tv. Calamity. PK, handing it right back to you. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up, guys? PK Sparks That Hot is here, and we are here. Oh, that's fair.
I'm like, what?
I just got handed $10, and I'm like, wait, what did I do? And then the $10 got snatched from me. I'm like, wait, what did I do now? But no, it's cool. Moose is a good guy. But I am excited for Smash. Switch Versus is always cool. I was told there was going to be a Mario Tennis Aces tournament, but I think Moose is just scared. So I'm not really going to do anything. I'll money match anybody.
No. What I want to see?
You're not real. You're not trying to lose to the chomp.
I want to see a Overcooked tournament.
Overcooked is very cool.
I would love to run an Overcooked tournament.
I played it with
fun.
I played it with my friend V for the first time. Like,
I love it so much. It's
really
so
cool.
much fun.
It's very cool. I'm about it. Hi.
Hello, Raptura. Congratulations on your win. You picked a really great team. Are you excited?
I don't think I've ever lost if I won the Rocket Results.
It's because I was here. Remember when Eric said you made a mistake by choosing me over him? I want y'all to know I was a last draft pick. But it's okay. I'm used to that from my childhood. The kid bullies did that the same way, but I always shined out better than the rest. All eyes were on me.
You did shine out, and you got to join me here, so I'm
absolutely.
very
You know what's great about being a final draft pick? When you do any better than what they expect you to do, you just did so much more.
Yeah.
When you're the first draft pick, you have high expectations. So I just played normal, and I'm like, yo, he's not that bad. That's all that was.
See, as long as I wasn't in that draft, it's all good, because if I'm the one playing, then everyone's in a lot of trouble.
No, you're fine. You are fine. You're talented and you're able.
I would rather be here commentating, talking about the games, and
I feel that we get paid either way. We don't have to perform well to actually do well. Like, there's a lot less pressure for being a commentator than there is a competitor. 100%.
It's a lot more fun to me, for sure. So.
Well, there are pros and cons to each.
Yeah.
Like, I like being a competitor just because I like putting my skills to the test. But when you're also a competitor, your success, cool. They're doing another draft. Why not?
Another Splatoon draft?
There is, but yeah, when you're a competitor, you have that extra pressure to win. Because if you don't win, you're not going to get. If you're not a winner, you don't get sponsors, you don't get brand deals. You got to win sometimes. So there's a bit of a different competitive, atmosphere to competitors.
Yeah.
But for me, I like running my mouth. I have a lot of things to say and
too.
very strong opinions to do so. Let me tell you what I think about Xena. I mean, hey, opinions are opinions, but it was still it was a good time. It was a good time. But anyway, I'm gonna go mingle with the commoners. By the
Me
nerds.
too. Mingle with my peoples.
Yo, Luck with the chain chop emo. I see you, Luck. Hey. But yeah, I am going to go mingle with the fellow nerds out there. And yeah, is there anything else we gotta say, Stu?
Yeah,
Bet.
hang out.
Then yeah, of course, if you guys haven't done so yet, if you guys like to comment, hear more from us, our socials are right there.
Yep.
Clicky tap the John down there. You can't tap, but you gotta.
That would be really nice, right?
That would be really nice. I'm pretty sure that's the thing on Twitch. Find an extension in that.
Yeah, find an extension where you can like.
Wait a minute. That really should be an
That
extension.
should be, especially for this type of thing. If you could set up lower thirds on your Twitch stream, that would be clickable.
That would be.
Oh my gosh! Imagine
we
your
gotta find that.
sponsorship
That-
opportunities that would go there.
If it's
Ooh.
not a thing, we gotta make it a thing.
Ooh.
I'm selling it. But anyway, no, screw you, Soul Guitars. I hope you guys really did enjoy yourself. I will still be around, and so will Miss Melissa over here. So follow us on social media. But
Totally.
for right now, make sure that follow button is hit, and you keep it right here. We'll be right back with some Smash Bros. Ultimate 1v1